Once again, the Big Ben of London, Kevin Monroe is back. I'm about to give you some tips on how to create, samples and a different technique. Everyone's talking about analog and digital. I'm gonna explain the analog techniques that I developed myself personally, just playing around. Then I'm gonna show you the digital stuff after I do the analog. The first way to make your sample sound analog is to sample the beginning of a song, like the vinyl. So right here, I drop this down, and I just catch the noise of the vinyl without the actual music playing. You know what I'm saying? And then once you get that sound bite or that sample or snippet of sound, you can put that into your sampler and mix it with the samples that you already have. So if you got a real crystal clear sample that you want to make it sound a little dirtier, you can just take the beginning, the vinyl of any record, sample it, and then mix it with the regular sample that you really want to use, making your track. Another way to make your sample sound analog is you can take an old-fashioned tape deck, put a blank tape in it, push play, and then sample the tape noise from the machine playing by itself. That's another way of getting your sound to sound like some true analog stuff. Another thing is to actually take your sample or your record or whatever, your CD, record it onto the analog tape, the old cassette tape we used to have way back when. Once you record the sample or the song onto the analog tape, you can rewind the tape and then connect that right back to your sampler, then sample it off the cassette tape. So you just put tape hiss and tape roll into your sample, which makes it sound more analog like that. And the last but not least, most people will never do, only because I guess, trial and error or whatever. I actually like to take some samples of vinyl or whatever, and I run it through a preamp vacuum tube, whether it's an Avalon or Manley or whatever. So I play my sample into my mixer off the turntable or the CD player or whatever, run the mixer out into the preamp, but it has vacuum tubes in it. So it gives me the analog warmth, and from the vacuum tubes, it goes right into SoundForge. And then I record it like that. So basically, I can sample off a record, catch the beginning of the record. I can actually sample the noise of a tape machine, or I can record the song into tape and then play the tape back with the sample on it or the song on it and catch the samples like that to give me tape hiss and whoa. Or I can run all my samples through a preamp vacuum tube, and I'll show you that in a minute.